Hello and welcome. My name is Grace, and that is a stack of bags that house my tarot collection. Well, most of it. Yeah, maybe half of it. Anyway, I was inspired by Mixtress Ray to do a tarot collection for 2021. I talked for over a year, for about a year and a half now. I don't even know how long has it I've been talking about deck overwhelm and all that stuff. Well, I think it was time that I share with you what I'm currently left with. These decks are not all of them. Some I didn't include the ones in my purgatory box because I uh, I don't consider them part of this group. They're not gone because when I get when I'm ready, I get rid of things, and my purgatory box isn't full. But for all intents and purposes, I didn't want those decks out with my other ones. I didn't want them to badly influence them. um, I think it was a while back on my videos. I used to have the Housewives Tarot, and the Housewives Tarot was not allowed to live with the rest of my decks because that freaking deck was mean, and I didn't want it influencing my other decks. So yeah, I personify decks, I anthropomorphize them, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all in good fun. So let's begin. Um, in no particular order, it's just the way I have them laid out. Now, some of these tarot decks I do not consider. I don't use them as tarot. I use them more as oracle. But if there's tarot in the title, then they're here. All right. So let's start. So the first one I have here that I've kept is this is my Daughters of the Moon tarot, and I'm so happy I got it when I did. And I don't use it very often. I found this really neat antique lacquer box at Sally Ann for like $2, and it just houses my deck. It's just a perfect size. All right, next, Mermaid Tarot. I love I love this deck. I can't say it loves me back, but I love it. I love the color palette. I love the 1940s kind of, ad copy art style, comic book style, whatever. Just love it. I rarely read with it. It was a very generous gift. Mine is, as you could see, it's older, right? It doesn't have any gilding on it. It's more like make playing cards cardstock, and yeah, I'm gonna hang on to it. The next one is my Greenwood. I received Greenwood as a gift. The art is online for anyone who wants to just upload it to make playing cards. And this is what this is. I'm not going to talk too much about it because, yeah. The next one is the only deck. Oh, no, it's not the only deck, but it's the only tarot deck that I trimmed and rebacked. And it is, sorry guys, shaky cam. This is the Inner Child cards, a fairy tale tarot. And I hated the backs. I got it at a secondhand bookstore for like $6 with the book. And like with the book and the box and everything, I ditched the box. And oh yeah, I guess we're going to talk about boxes and stuff in this video. And the backs were a little mangled, and I just, it was back in my early days of collecting tarot decks and modifying decks and stuff like that. It's beautiful. The edges are smooth. I didn't edge it. Because I like the fact that I like the way it looks. And yeah. All right, so there's that. There's the box to my Marielle, my first edition, which will be moving like it's towards the end of the line here, so I'll just keep going. Guardian Angel Tarot with Doreen Virtue, Radley Valentine. I use it typically more. I use it as an oracle. I draw a card at bedtime, yada yada yada, all that stuff, and it's I love it. It's great for when I'm feeling fragile. Down here we have, this is the Ghost and Spirits Tarot. I trimmed the white edges off of it and I freaking love it. The white edges on the backs and on the front here. It just, yeah. This one's a boomerang deck that's come in and out of my life many times. And I decided to keep this copy, and when I modified it, I loved it more. All right, I have to start spending less time on each deck. Here we go. Halloween Tarot, trimmed. This is my Raven's Prophecy, edged in this rusty orange color. This is really nice cardstock. I got mine like years ago. I'm trying to remember if it was 2017 or 2018. And it came in the magnetic box, but this cardstock is thin, flexible, beautiful. It's like no other Llewellyn deck I've had after that. Like, it's crazy. Then up here I have my Ghost Tarot. It's a La Scarabeo deck, which I find it a bit cheesy in terms of artwork at times, but it's really good for reading. It's really good for mediumship, like really good messages from deceased loved ones. The next one here, this is my Animal Wise Tarot. This is the first, like the first edition or whatever. I also have the one that's currently available. Don't go crazy looking for this edition. The one that's currently available has better cardstock in terms of durability. It riffle shuffles beautifully, and it's very sturdy. Like, that's the one that I would take with me. This one can't go anywhere because it's cardboardy and vintagey kind of cardstock. Oh, let's go at the back here. We have Dark Goddess, Tarot the Crone. This is Mythologia Fennica. Oh my gosh, I love this deck. This is Scarabeo's Tarot the Secret Forest. Also one of my favorites. This is Crow's Magic Tarot. Love it. And this is my pre-copyright vintage Rider-Waite. The Rider Tarot is what it was called then. Not even Rider-Waite. It was called Rider Tarot. All right. Whew. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so got Morgan Greer, Centennial, and my Hoi Polloi. Whoa. I was hoping I was going to open it up on the Devil card, but love that. Okay. Then here I have, so this is a Thoth deck that I got. I edged mine. I got this on Amazon. If you look up Retro Thoth, and as you see on the back, they replaced the backs. They replaced the Rosy Cross with an Ankh. Ooh, let me see if I could focus. Focus! Okay. Focus. Anyway. This one, what's special about this one? It's the size of my Swiss, my pocket Swiss. It's really thin cardstock, you know, for you people who care about that stuff. I don't, because it riffle shuffles really well. Check it out, people. It comes with 3 Magus cards. These are the 2 of the other Magus cards. So I freaking love it. Thank you, Nancy, for turning me onto it. It is a favorite. It's the one that travels with me. This is my greenie, which, if you're looking for a greenie, I say keep your eyes peeled, because as people are divesting themselves of their massive collections and their fantasy selves, you may be able to nab one at a good price like I did. I got this one 2 years ago, and I paid a really good price for it. Like a decent price, not craziness, not a week's salary or whatever. All right. Okay, I showed you. Oh, Mythic Tarot, the original from 1980. Yeah, okay, I'll have to look at it. 1986 is what it says on it. Tarot, this magical forest. Scarabeo deck. Cute as all get out. Completely trimmed and edged in green. I know, I'm sorry about the shaky cam, people. This is like... All right. This is the tin that I keep my Tarot the Golden Wheel. And last but certainly not least, my Marielle and my El Goliath. I have the second edition El Goliath. And I have to tell you that as far as my tolerance for very thick cardstock, this is my limit right here. I'm able to riffle shuffle this one barely. But I can, because it's the size of my Thoth Greenie. I have arthritic hands, like a lot of people, and I got meaty paws, short fingers. It's a scene, man. Anyway, but I'm able to shuffle the tarot, just the tarot cards. I can't riffle shuffle with the oracle cards mixed in, but I love this one. And I think it's, I just noticed, how many indie decks do I have? Indie tarot decks. I have four indie tarot decks, and that's 5. I have 5 indie tarot decks. Okay, 6. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to me. I'm just mumbling. I used this a lot this summer, and I since have put it away for a little bit, but not in the purgatory box, because this one stays. This is another one that I love, but I'm not always in the mood for. I trimmed and edged mine in black. Mine is the first edition. As you can see, what I did was I trimmed it entirely, and then I just put in the number and the suit. And what I did for shorthand is I put the alchemical symbol for the element. Sorry, I have paprika on my fingernail. I was cooking before this. Okay. And the only thing sometimes I wish I hadn't trimmed it. Sometimes I wished I had purchased a second one to keep intact. Who knew that a deck would, that was so popular would come out with a new edition, and it would be what I consider to be a bit of a shit show. But anyway, I'm not happy with the changes made to it. I'm not happy that it's borderless. Imagine, even though I trimmed mine. I'm not happy with any, so I'm not going to be getting the second edition. I'm not happy with the changes made to any of the cards. Anyway, so that's my, and this is last but not least, is my Holy Card Tarot, which I absolutely adore as well. Again, not always in the mood for it, but happy I have it. Sorry if I sound out of breath, people. I have a bit of asthma today. And what else did I want to say about all this? So this is my tarot collection. This is what remains after the Ruthless Cull. It doesn't include any of my tarot decks that are currently in purgatory. One that's in purgatory is She-Wolf, the first edition. Brilliant guidebook. Beautiful production value. Beautiful. I can't read the cards without the guidebook. It's so different. The images don't speak to me at all. So it's in purgatory. I haven't decided its fate yet. And some other tarot decks. I have the Llewellyn tarot. I trimmed it. It's trimmed on 3 sides, with the titles left on the bottom. I forgot that one on at another location. It's in my bedroom. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at with just tarot. I have a penchant for oracle decks. I'm pretty sure that I have more oracle decks than I do tarot decks, but I don't know. Also, this doesn't include some duplicate copies that I own. I have a shoebox where I keep an extra jumbo size. You know what I mean? Like the large green box of the US Games Thoth, just in case someone needs it. I have a Thoth that I trimmed completely naked, and it's stored away because I'm not using it. I have a pocket Swiss Thoth that I keep in order in a box in my curio cabinet. I use that one specifically for magic. I have an Animal Wise that's not here. I have my first edition here, but I have an Animal Wise that I keep the current edition, which is better cardstock. There's some changes to the photography. Some pictures are different, and the guidebook's a little different, but otherwise it's a beautiful deck, and I enjoy it a lot. What else do I have duplicates of? I think that's all I have duplicates of. I have a Morgan Greer in Italian. A 1990s Morgan Greer in Italian, because this is my original 1990s workhorse that I've had forever. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Exciting, huh? Anyway, I've received many requests over the last year or so about, for me to do a collection video, and I thought today was the day. I'm not looking forward to having to put these all away, but it is what it is. And yeah, and I thank Mixtress Ray for inspiring me yet again. What you're not seeing on screen is that I actually reorganized all my decks and my sacred space, and I don't know, maybe I could give you a little look around. I won't try not to make you too seasick. So to my left, I have this really old dresser. And in these drawers, I keep my witchcraft supplies, crafting supplies, sewing supplies, and office supplies at the bottom. So that's what that is. And up top there, I have that box with my saints and some really antique jars and a spice cupboard that I just scored at thrift. Up top, I have my brain, my model of the brain. That's the box that holds most of my saint cards. Yeah, my holy cards. And right up there I have Heimlich and Edna Mode with my plant. Here I have some oracle decks that are, I'd say they're kind of retired. I've had them for decades and I'm not getting rid of them. So I thought I'd give them a special spot right there. Here are two boxes that this houses my Morgan Greer, this houses my Centennial, Claude, the crab. The chest at the back houses my Mythologia Phoenica, some more books. Okay, I'm trying to do this carefully. All right, to the left, I have one of these Sterilite containers that contains my knitting and crafting tools and stuff like that. There's my Scooby. This is sewing supplies. This is a cute little piece of furniture or tabletop furniture, like a letter sorter or something that I got at thrift just last week, which perfectly houses my guidebooks. And in the drawer houses some of my tarot decks. And this big brown box is where most of my tarot decks live when they're not out and in action. So that's it. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll give you just a little view of, there's my curio cabinet. That's my shrine up there. There we go, some stuff there. As you can see, the decks that I didn't include because they're not tarot decks. That's an old bookcase. That's my working altar right there. There's stuff going on. And the bottom is the top shelf with like that red basket. Well, that's all empty. And the bottom is mostly incense and candles, that kind of stuff. All right, I think I've showed you everything. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.